Hello and welcome everyone, it's Shanna. So glad you're here. Now this evening I've been wanting to make this fun fold card that I had seen, and I haven't tried it yet, but I kind of have an idea in my head how I'm going to do it, and I'm going to use two panels like this. So I went ahead and got them ready so I could make sure I knew what I was doing, but we're going to go ahead and get them ready here. So what I'm going to do is just bring in two of my bases that I would normally use for an A2 size card, a top folding and then a side folding card. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to score this one and make it a regular side fold, you know, so I'll score it at 4 1/4 and get it ready. And then the next one, what I'm going to do is bring it in and score it just like I would for a top folding card, and score it at 5 1/2 and then fold it and then get it laid down. So I've got that. Now this one I'm going to take an inch off this way and an inch off that way. So it's going to be 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And I was going to use my Cricut, but it's not cutting clean, so I'm just going to turn here to my guillotine and just make that cut. So you're just taking an inch off the side and an inch off the bottom of your standard A2 size card. Okay, let's see, did I do that right? Pretty close. Okay, I cut it twice because I cut the bottom wrong, and then I realized I needed to cut a little bit more. So now I've got this panel and this panel. Now I'm going to try and use the, hopefully my head went in the way. I'm going to try and use that Cricut trimmer on this sideways cut, and hopefully it'll cut well enough. So, and maybe you've seen this card before. I've seen it a couple times just browsing, but I've never made it, I don't think. So what I'm going to do is I am going to open this up, and I'm going to lay this corner on there, and I'm going to lay, no I'm not, I'm going to lay this corner on there. And I'm going to get this, hopefully I'm all in range. I'm doing the top here and then the bottom here. Let's see, can we see all that? Yeah, I think you can. So I'm just going to get that lined up on my cutting line and this lined up on my cutting line. Try and keep them both on there nice and neat, like that. Just trying to get it really close. And then I'm just going to bring my cutter in and just cut it off. I'm actually going to start in the middle because I'm having trouble with this one. It's not giving me good clean cuts, so that worked better. Now I've got that nice little fold. I'm going to do the same thing on the second one, and I'm making two because I'm going to be, you know, cutting my paper in half, and I'll have enough to make two cards. So I'm going to do that again, lay that down, start in the middle just because my trimmer's not good, and pull that away, and now I have two of them, and hopefully they're fairly close in size. Sometimes my card bases are a little off, but I think we're pretty close. So we've got these. Okay, then we're going to make our paper for this, and I think how I'm going to do that is I'm going to start off with and I'll try to use this trimmer again. I'm going to start off with just a standard A2 size base, and I'm going to go 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 and just get that. Yeah, and see it's really cutting pretty jagged. Okay, so we've got our pattern paper for the outside cut down for both sides, and we're going to use this color for both sides. If I had reversed the cut on this, then I would have been able to probably flip that over, maybe. I don't know if I had done something different, but I hadn't. So we're going to go ahead and use this, and we're going to get this laid down on our two card bases. Now I'm wanting to make a thank you card and then a birthday card is what I'm thinking about making. So I'm just going to get this panel laid down, and we'll start building our card. Let's just work on this one first. So I'm just going to get it laid down. I've got a little bit of a rough edge on there where that trimmer did not do very good Can't find my big scissors, but I'm going to use this and just kind of trim it off. Just kind of trim that rough, kind of those frayed edges off of there maybe. Hopefully that'll work. And we'll just get this laid down on there. Try to get it lined up. Okay, I think that's going to be all right. Okay, so we've got that. Now, I've decided that I think it's going to be too much to bring in additional, you know, some of this additional pattern paper. I just think it's too busy. It's just, to me, even like this is probably the most plain, these checkered ones. And to me, it's all just too busy. So I had some just colored cardstock that came in the kit with it. And so I'm just going to use that for my base. Excuse me. Still have some lingering cold going on, so I have to pause the video every once in a while and get my coughing out. So I'm just going to lay this down on the inside here. Okay, so we've got that laid down. Now we're ready to bring in our little card element here. And I'm just going to use, I think I'm just going to use a white panel because we've got a lot of white in this as well. And so I'm thinking I'll just use a white. So let's go ahead and get this ready. Okay, so I wanted to bring in some elements for this card. And I wanted to use these nesting dies that came in my Crafty Advent Calendar. There were 3 more sizes in addition to this, but I'm just going to use these 3. I want to remember not to forget about the items that are in that kit so that I can be sure and use them and just not forget about them. So I'm just going to get this, I'm just going to nest these is what I'm going to do. And it's going to be the basis for our thanks for this thank you card. And it's going to bring back in some colors that are in our pattern paper. And I think it'll look good with the orange. So I'm just trying to get this squared around on there. Get it laid down fairly decent. And then we'll do our next panel. And get it laid down. Now these colors all came in the Pink and Main kit, these colored cardstock. This is Pink and Main cardstock that was in the kit, and it, you know, coordinates with the pattern paper. So I was thinking of just laying, and I'm going to eyeball it, because I was thinking of just laying it on there like that, and just having that be a focal point, and not having a real busy card. And then I can bring in some of the jewels that are that came in the kit as well. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's just get this laid down on here. I've really kind of been in a creative slump lately. Just after the holidays and spending so much time making all those videos for the 2-a-days when I was doing the Crafty Advent Calendar, and then just not having a lot of time to play. So I kind of like that. I think that kind of looks nice. And I think I'm just going to lay that straight on there and just get it glued down. Trying to get it even. Trying to get it even. Hopefully that's even. I think that looks fairly decent. Let me look. Might move it down just a smidge. I think that'll work. It's real clean and concise, I think. And I really do like clean cards. And so I'm trying to do that. I don't get into a lot of busyness and all that. I know, you know, some people like a lot of that. I guess I'm more a little plain. But I like color. I just don't want to be outrageous. So I think what I'm going to do, just to add a little bit of something to this, I'm going to bring in my tool. And I think I can stand for some of these big ones because I don't have a lot going on with this panel. So I think I could probably put these larger ones on there and just let them add a decorative element to my card. Let's see, that could be good. And I'm going to go down a size and just bring 3 of these in. And get those laid down. Oops. Well, I'm trying to get it where I want it and it's not wanting to go. Still too high. Oh no! What are we gonna do? Now there, we're gonna try again. Let's get a different one. Fortunately that came off. I thought, oh no, it's gonna run my card. Okay, so I think that looks all right. Now the picture, you know, I just saw this in a photograph and I didn't have like a tutorial or any way to know how to make it. So I think what I would do is lay this down on my card base, get it down in there how I want it, and then you would open this up and open this up to actually read the card. So that's where I'm headed with it. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on there and just get it laid down in there. And then I'll finish off this one. And then we'll move on to our birthday card. I'm just trying to get my thank you cards for Christmas all sent out. And I'm trying to build a birthday stash for the year. So I'm hoping that I can do that with these cards. And I think that looks pretty good. I got a little bit of glue there I need to clean off. And so I would just lay this down real well, get it glued down real well, and then flip it open, and that's what it's going to look like. I think that looks nice. It's clean and simple. It's a fun fold. And I'm just going to move it aside and we're going to work on our birthday card. So we've kind of got the same thing going here. We've got the same pattern paper and everything, and we're just going to get it laid down. But we're going to build a birthday card with this. And I'm going to do the same thing, and then I'm going to bring in some of my Crafty Advent Calendar die pieces. And I've got them all cut out and ready to go as well. Just trying to get that lined up as best I can. Well, let's try this. Okay. All right, and that's pretty good. We've got that laid down on there. Now we've got, like I said, we've got the same thing going. I just need to find my pieces parts. Now for this one, I'm going to bring in the balloons. And I've also got a foiled sentiment for it as well. So I'm going to just bring in my elements here. I've got this blue paper that I'm going to lay as a backer. And that way I don't have, it's not too busy. I think I need a little bit of glue on this corner here. So let's get that. And then we'll get this laid down. So let's just lay this panel down. Maybe go up a little bit here. So if we get that there we go. Okay. Oops, got a little glue on there. It's not going to matter though because we're going to lay a panel down. So that's how that's going to look. And then we're going to decorate this up. And it's going to be, what did I do? I've got some little elements laying here. I need to grab them. Here they are. And I've got some balloons. So I think I'm going to start with my sentiment though and get it laid down on here first so that I know maybe how to position my balloons. Let's just kind of eyeball it here. And I'm thinking that I want to add just a little bit of color to this right there. And then I'm going to add my birthday and my happy. And then we will add our balloons. And we'll kind of get them on there like that. And I'm not going to use this because I'm realizing that I've got enough patterns with these balloons that I don't necessarily need to use that. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. So let's go ahead and get these laid down. At least this one. Get it on there. And I need to figure out how I want my balloons to lay. I kind of want to be able to get the stems together somehow. Can't seem to pick them up. Maybe like that. Something like that, maybe. And then do I want my stems to be under my happy? No. Okay. Let's just get our happy laid down and then we'll work with those balloons. I can't decide what I'm doing. I'm going to get that laid down. And I think what I'm going to do is just pick these up and kind of position them how I want them in my hand. Like that. And I'm going to grab my tweezers and just tweeze them all together. And I'm going to get them glued down like this. And I'm going to try and get my stems. And then I'm going to turn this and just lay them down like that. I think is what I'm going to do. And hopefully I can get them stuck down. Oh, that's all right. Now I've got the little bow that came in the kit as well, in the advent calendar, and I'm going to add it to it. And these balloons are cut out of the Pink and Main pattern paper. And I just used it for the stems and the bow as well. So that's going to be that one. And so it's really a very simple card. I think that's going to look really cute. I mean, this is super, super simple stuff. Very basic. But I think it's going to be cute, and it'll add to my birthday stash. And I've got another thank you card for my for my Christmas presents. Let's go ahead and get this laid down. On there, and it's going to go like that. Oh, that one needs to go up just a smidge higher. There we go. Got to be able to clear the corner there. So, all right, I think that turned out pretty good. I'm going to bring in my little eraser. I got a little bit of glue on there. I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup on that. That looks better. So now I've got two cards. I've got a thank you card and I've got a happy birthday card. And and that's a cute little fold. I think that's interesting. So I hope you like my cards. If you do, consider giving me a thumbs up. Thanks and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.